Saturday. Saturday. I'm Thomas Allen Rollins Sr., listening to the Yanki and the Brit show.
Hey, what the hell's going on? How are you? How's everybody? Nice to see you. Hi, Stacy.
Why don't you just turn our mics off so none of us could talk?
Why don't you
Why you
shut
just
up,
choke to death?
faggot? Be quiet. All right.
So let's say hello to Stacy the Fart Facey.
God, sorry, I'm choking
Jake,
on my popcorn.
Stop choking.
Shut up, I'm talking over
Jake,
here. Hey, look at it. It's been 2 minutes and
Jake
she's
the
on me already.
weirdo.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Friend of the blender. Have you
Give me a
noticed everybody's
cigarette.
getting
Give me a smoke.
No. Friend of the blender's there too.
Brenda.
Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. How the hell are you?
Hello, Blender.
Jake, what's up, my man? Jake Heiner. That's my boy. All right.
What did you call him? A Jake Heiner?
Jake Heiner. I don't know where it comes from. Just make that shit up. Stacy Joe. Look at her. Quack, 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 quack.
Oh, Brenda, you need to steal some sausage rolls off your friend and send them just for me.
Ooh.
Send them to Texas.
Yeah. Why don't you just make some yourself?
I don't know how to make all
You
that
don't even know how to
stuff.
cook. What the hell?
I know, I'm a terrible cook.
I know. I mean, no. I mean...
I am an awful, awful cook.
I don't know what the hell I mean. It doesn't matter. It's not important. So I'm sure you guys got, like, your Christmas planned out, right? I mean, it's still, what, 3 or 4 days away anyways, right? What is today? 22nd. Yeah, it's still 3 days away. 2 days. Depends on how you look at it, I guess. Excuse me. Okay. Well, hope you guys have a good Christmas, too, by the way. No snow here for Christmas. Sunny and 60. No, rain and 60 last I knew. I haven't watched the weather in a couple days. But it's going to be cool. I can't wait for that. Going outside and playing trains.
That will make a nice, refreshing change.
I know. You know, if I have to, I'll go inside the wooden shop and I'll weld.
Look at that. Just a mention of some yummy food and Benny pops in the
There he
chat
is.
room.
He needs a medication vacation.
You got to play the sausage roll song for Benny and Stacey because they missed it last night. It's the UK #1 song in the charts.
Yeah, can you believe
Christmas
that, crap?
#1.
Unbelievable. And speaking of Benny, I got two of his tunes lined
hold
up
on. I
over
was
here.
just about to say, it half makes me think that they've killed a good song, but they haven't killed it. They've just made it a fun song. They've kind of made it Randy and Donna style-y, haven't they?
They ruined it.
Yeah, they've killed it. They've killed it.
Anyways, I got a twofer from Benny lined up over here pretty quick. Not too many songs away. Benny smelled sausages. Yep, that'll bring you running. I hear you. I love my sausage. Sausage, gravy, and biscuits.
I love a bit of sausage
Sausage,
as well.
egg, and cheese biscuit. Sausage and pancakes. And sausage and eggs. And, oh my God, sausage is like good for everything. Mild sausage, none of that hot, spicy stuff or none of that bland crap. There is a big difference in some of them, but
I have a bland crap sometimes, but it's a bit runny. What?
How would Benny hear the little song?
I sent it him.
Oh.
I sent it to him and Stacey because them two didn't
Why
hear
would
the
you
song.
send him the little song? I mean, he's not going to England, and Alabama's much more advanced than England is.
Because I thought it was a fun song, and I thought Benny might appreciate the funny humour in the little song.
It is. Those people have done a number of videos too, and they
And
are
if you
pretty
listen,
funny.
if you listen to like the little song a couple of times, you'll probably hear a few more things that you missed the first time. Some funny little, quirky little stuff. So that's why I sent it to Benny and Stace the Fat Face. But oh yes, the British sausage rolls. It's made with flake pastry, and it's just amazing.
I know.
I'm not too keen on those little squidgy soft bread things.
They sell those down south of here. Well, they're like sausage rolls. What the hell are they called? Those are they Polish?
Yeah.
What are those things?
Yeah, they sell them in QT and that donut shop up the road, don't they?
No,
they're in the window.
Is it the same? No, remember that place we stopped at going to my brother's house? It's a German area right there. What the hell is that called? I've been through there a gazillion friggin' times.
You're not talking about that sausage I had that blew my head off, are you?
Oh, God, why can't I think of them? What are they called?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yes, I think I do remember.
What are they called? They're Polish or
the little
Romanian
tiny,
or
little
something
tiny
like
sausages that you get. And
yeah, about that long with a little bun wrapped around.
Yeah,
it.
and it's
They're
got like a
very
little.
similar to the
yeah,
sausage
and they
roll.
call them sausage rolls over here, but they're really like not sausage
That's not
rolls.
the name they're actually called, though. I keep wanting to say kebabs
Well, you know
or something.
the reason that I call them your sausage rolls over here is because that place in Whitewright up the road, it says in the window, it says sausage rolls, and then you go and look at their sausage rolls, and it's those exact things along with and the little tiny sausages in those in the type of bread that your mum makes at Christmas. Those little bread rolls that your mum gives us at Christmas. It's sweet. It's kind of sweet, really squidgy.
Oh, she buys those crummy, nasty Hawaiian rolls. I can't stand them nasty friggin' things. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that's what it kind of tastes like with
roll.
one of those sausages in.
Those damn things are disgusting. Is it Abbott? What the hell is that? That's driving me nuts. You ever have that where you just can remember it on the tip of your tongue, but
now pigs in a blanket for us Brits, and Randy's had them once here since I've been here, and that is sausages wrapped in bacon. Ha 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 ha. Now if Benny's feeling hungry right now and he's smelling sausages, oh my gosh, he would love sausages wrapped in bacon.
ooh,
It's like a heart attack waiting to happen.
Und das River Hofbrau. That's not it either.
Brenda. The blender. Brenda the blender.
Jerk.
You see, I've got my speech back tonight, Blender.
They're Czechoslovakian. That's what they are. What are they?
Yeah, that's right. Brenda the blender says that pigs in blankets up there are cabbage rolls.
Yeah, no, that's not what it's not. What
I know,
I'm
Mike.
talking
Who in
about.
the
I know
world
you
would-
don't like that stuff.
Well, I was going to say who in the world would have cabbage rolls, and the answer to that is me. I love plain cabbage, just loads and loads of cabbage.
Kolaches.
Kolaches, yeah.
Is that how you say it? Kolaches?
Yeah, kolaches.
This says a Czech Texan plea. Stop calling sausage pastries kolaches. Klobasnik. A traditional sausage klobasnik with cheese added. Type, pastry, place of origin, United States region or state of Texas. Klobasnik, not a kolache.
What
That
do you
figures
stuff it with,
Americans would
Stacey?
screw that shit up, wouldn't they? Sausage in a roll. That's
Sausage in a roll, but it's not the
Klobasnik.
same as like a British sausage roll. Oh,
I am for wanting klobasnik.
Benny says pigs in blankets down here are actual pigs in actual blankets.
Well, it does get cold in Alabama once in a while. Well, but them blankets stink.
Oh my gosh!
Look what Alfred does to all he
Yeah,
gets.
that's just what I was thinking.
That dog could stink up anything. Pigs in a blanket. I never liked that. I couldn't stand those things. Ah, friggin' boiled cabbage. That's disgusting. I really have
I
to be
love
poor and
cabbage.
destitute to want that stuff. I hope to God I never get that poor. Been close, but not close enough to eat that stuff.
Cabbage, nom nom nom.
See, Stacey Joe's talking about the little Smokies. Those are those little things you buy them. You can buy them in the can or a jar. The cans by you've seen the Vienna sausage, the little tiny dinky ones.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
similar to that, I think. If I'm thinking of the same thing she's talking about. Yeah, little Smokies. Yeah, now that I know what the hell they're called, they're not kolaches. They're, what do they call them? Klobasnik.
I was just wondering what Anne Marie has on her head. It just come up on me thing that she liked my status, and I thought, what is that on her head? And now I've clicked on the picture, I still don't know. Maybe it's like a...
It's a Santa face. Right there, Santa's mustache and his nose and
Oh.
his two eyes and his hat.
Is that Santa's nuts dangling down the side?
I guess, by the looks of it.
Sorry, Anne Marie, I just had to click on that picture.
Me too.
I, couldn't tell what it was.
My granny called stuffed cabbage yibrits.
Now, what do you stuff them with?
Brenda probably calls them yabbits. German word for stuffed cabbage. Yabbits. Terry Stanek.
You Brits, she said. You Brits.
Cabbage yibrits. Yibrits. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Does not sound
you
like
guys are
das
so
Deutsch to
weird
me.
over here. Is there
We're
anything
all
normal
friggin'
about
every
this
one
place?
of us. It don't matter where you are from. We're all strange.
And Benny eats pigs that are literally wearing a proper blanket.
Gotta have your wool. Did you
One
get
of,
your wool
one of your
intake?
5 a day, Benny.
Is that what Grandma does when she's not walking around on her peg legs? She knitting blankets for pigs?
Hamburger mixed with rice is what you stuff them with. Stacy Facey said.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god.
That's right. Yeah, I never cared for those things. I think now the meat, of course, I like the meat, but what is that stuff you put in with the meat? The red, juicy looking. I don't know. That's it's yucky. There's something about them. I don't like the flavor of them. But like when you go to take one out of the.
Betty said, I didn't say you eat them.
When you take those pigs in the blanket out of the pan, it's like the water that's in there is reddish color with the grease and the water and stuff mixed together. Tomato juice or stewed tomatoes. Is that what it is?
Tomatoes. Come on, let's get
It must be
right
because
here.
people make those at weddings and things, and it must be that they sit around so long because
Stacey
once in a while I see
says.
them and they're just a big slump of like cow patty.
Stacey of the Fart Facer said, make them into balls, wrap them up in the cabbage leaf, steamed for 10 minutes, and put them in a roasting pan and put tomato juice all
Yeah,
over it.
that's right. That's not hard to make.
Or probably barbecue sauce for little smokies. Look at that! Another mention of food, and Dan Conley's in the chat room.
Were you guys hungry or what?
I know. This is the only radio station where you guys gain at least 20 pounds.
See, Dan's got the right
because
ideas.
you go raid in the fridge. What?
Dan's got the right idea. Sausage, grease. That's what I'm talking about. Love that grease.
I realised over the past few weeks that it's not dairy that's been making me poorly. It's greasy food that's been making my stomach.
Well, you
bad.
married the wrong guy then, because I live on that
know.
shit, man. I love that greasy stuff.
I know.
I fry my eggs in bacon grease. I fry my bacon in bacon grease. I make the bacon that I make with the bacon and bacon grease.
That's been the hardest thing to give up because in the morning Randy loves to make bacon and
Oh yes.
you know
Hi, Dan.
there's not been as much bacon recently, but he's been having some bacon in the mornings and it's that's the hardest thing to give up.
It's hard to believe, Stacy Joe, that you can find corn dogs that suck. You would think it would be something you can't screw up, but we pick those things up all the time. I like them. A nice big gob of ketchup right on the end of them. But we've had some of them, they taste friggin' horrendous. How do you screw up a corn dog? It's a hot dog with a coating on it. The coating's made, you can buy it. The restaurants and convenience stores stuff, buy it in bags. And you just mix it up, dip it in the deep fryer, and boom. But
Bala boom, bala bing.
how the hell do you screw something like that? It's like you order eggs. I want my eggs over easy. How can anybody bring eggs to the table over easy and screw them up? I've seen it. It's just amazing how you can screw something up that's so simple. I don't even get it.
Well, you know, corn dogs I've seen in Walmart and I refuse to buy them.
Oh, those pre-made frozen ones?
Yeah, but they're blueberry corn dogs. Blech.
A blueberry corn dog.
Yeah,
Where the
I
hell
even
did you
took
see that?
I took a picture, and I've got the picture on my Facebook. It was months ago, and it was blueberry corn dogs.
See, Benny, my dad ate bacon and eggs every day for 50-some years or something before his doctor told him to stop eating it and blah, blah, blah. Well, he did have a couple arteries plugged up. He went and got the plunger and the roto-rooter taken to him. They cleaned him up and he hasn't eaten it since. But he went 50 friggin' years without any issues. I eat it pretty regular. Not as regular as I would like. But my wife doesn't cook, so if I don't make my own, I don't eat it. So I don't eat it every day. But by God, I would if somebody cooked it for me. That shit's awesome. And it's no offense to my wife at all. I'm glad she doesn't cook because
I'm a dreadful
I like
cook.
shit made the way I like it, not the way somebody else likes it. So, there. Take
I
that.
am a dreadful, dreadful cook.
Well, no, you're not.
Oh,
You
I
just
am.
don't like to cook, I don't think. Well, you made the shepherd's pie and stuff. They were all good. How do you call that screwing it up? I have no idea. What are you doing?
I had the Alfred hair sticking out the end of my microphone.
I'm not surprised they're everywhere. You probably got them sticking out your ass. And
I
so
know.
do I.
You know, tonight
They stick to the poo residue.
when we got home from Sherman.
Come on, that's funny, damn it.
I wasn't listening to you. I was
I know
trying
you're
to tell
faggot.
you that when we got home from Sherman today, the dog wouldn't stop sniffing my nipple. I mean, why? Why was he sniffing
Because when
my
we
nipple?
had dinner, you were dragging it through the food. That's why. You're surprised by that?
Blender the Blender says that's blueberry pancake wrapped around a sausage. Oh my god. You
I'm not
guys
surprised.
are just beyond weird. And I also saw months and months ago, what were they? Caramel? No, not caramel, sorry. Bacon. And I've got a picture of this on my Facebook. Bacon and I think it was bacon and oatmeal cookies. I think it was. No, bacon and maple syrup cookies.
Ugh.
That's what it was. Bacon and maple
That
syrup
friggin'
cookies.
bacon, maple syrup
You look
flavored
in my-
bacon. What moron came up with that?
You look at my photo album named Texas Food. I just put all the weird stuff in there that I spot in the shops.
I think we started Brenda talking about the food, though. Yeah, you would, Stacy Joe.
What?
Like a wiener on a stick. Benny says, I'll send you a recipe for a corn dog good enough to serve the company. Hell, if it's
Well,
that damn
I've
good,
told
I
you
ain't
we-
serving it to them. I'm going to eat it.
I told you before, Rand the man, that it's the useless skin around the wiener that you don't want.
Wah, wah, wah. No maple sausage either. No maple anything except syrup on my pancakes. And I don't even like real maple syrup. I want Aunt Jemima. I want the fake stuff. Lots of carob syrup and greasy sugar and snottiness to it. And it needs to come out of the refrigerator cold on hot pancakes with a big old slab of butter put on the top of it to melt. And then you pour your cold Aunt Jemima syrup over top of that there, and it all melts together. And oh my God, that shit, that's so good over there. Yeah. Pancakes. I guess I'm having those tomorrow.
I just typed
I
in
just
on
decided.
I just typed in on Google bacon cookies because I couldn't be bothered to look through my photos.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered to look through my photos on my Facebook, and there's pages and pages of bacon cookies.
Whose fault is that, Stacy?
What?
Don't be blaming anybody else but yourself. She says the only wiener I'm going to get.
Hey, it's the only one that doesn't get you into trouble. All the other wiener costs you.
Oh, French toast. Do you make your own, like put eggs in a bowl with a little nutmeg and some milk and whip it all up and dip your toast in there? Hell yeah, that's good. There you go, dip dogs. Dip, 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 dip. Dip dogs.
Randy needs some self-raising
Dip, dip,
flour.
Dip, dip,
Don't you?
dip, dip dogs. Huh?
As is, Randy needs some self-raising flour.
I need some self-raising something. No, I need something more than that. Doing it myself just doesn't make it rise anymore.
You're dropping yourself in it now.
I know. I don't care. Look at that. Dan said, so good it'll make your tongue hard. Easy, big fella. Thought that was funny, huh?
Kind of.
Look
Don't
at-
joke on him as well because you'll get a stiff neck.
Look at Stacy. I want to dip your dog, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Dip, 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 dog. Dip, 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 dip. Dip, 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 dog.
This is what happens when we're not behaving. For
What do you mean?
interviews.
You wonder what he would say. Why don't you just ask him and find out? If he doesn't respond the way you expect,
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
need,
get a
you
new
need
man.
to text him right now and put his reply in the Yankee and the Brit show chat.
he probably... Is he work or something? Or at his girlfriend's house? Whatever. You ask him that, he'd probably drop what he's doing and come running. Any man with a brain would anyways.
Not if he's on self-raising flour, he won't be.
I come over there and put my... what was I going to say? I come over there and put my sausage in that bun. Oh, damn. Anyways, Benny's got the great recipe on there. Look at everything about Benny. Benny, listen to me, Mr. Pittsinger.
He's the man. He's the man, isn't he?
Listen, you having issues over there? Everything in his recipe is self-rising.
Maybe,
2 cups of self-rising, 1 cup of self-rising, 1 cup of self-rising milk, 1 cup of self-rising water.
Yeah, he's trying to tell you something there, love.
Oh, my goodness.
Mix all ingredients and insert your dick into the hot dog and roll it in batter. Heat the oil to 350 degrees and cook it until it's golden brown.
Pump that bitch till it's golden brown.
Benny's got it going on over there, hasn't he?
I'm telling you. It's too bad he's got to have all that self-rising stuff, though. I don't know how the hell anybody can screw that kind of food up, man. I just don't get that shit.
Well, there's me. I can screw the food up. What?
You can add Viagra to plain flour.
Hey, Benny, I think there's a song in that. What's this?
You come anywhere near me with a damn mallet, I'll tenderize your face.
Dip dogs. Look what Benny just sent on my wall. Dip dogs. That looks like there's a man on
That
the...
reminds me of the place along 40 when we're running through Arkansas. There's a little mall. Looks just like that damn
I
place.
thought there was a monster on the roof. It's part of the tree.
That's the stick guy from, what's his name, Groot?
Yeah, that's
looks
the one
like.
I was thinking
Yeah.
of. Yeah, Groot.
Look at,
Right there.
look at Stacy over here. Fap, fap, fap. Dance's self-rising usually depends on the outfit. Oh, my God. You guys are too much. Jeez. Boy, Stacy's going to tenderize the meat before she goes near it. What the hell kind of woman is that?
I don't know. I'm scared of that one.
You beat the meat. Benny, I got to tell you, man, I love Alabama. I run back and forth across there quite a number of times. Right through the swamps. Down a couple old country roads that went around the scales.
Look at Stacy, the old trollop. She said, self-rising dough. I play with it for hours.
You know how you, I don't know, did you ever have silly putty?
Yeah, Play-Doh. Yeah.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Remember when you stuck it on the comics and pulled it off and it left the comic was stuck in
Yeah.
there, the whole picture and everything? That's what she's doing with her man. Rolling his corn dog in putty and peeling it off, and I'll save this for later.
Yeah, and if you put that in the oven, it'll go all rock hard. We used to make little
that
model
makes it
things out
shrivel.
of Play-Doh.
That makes it shrivel. I used to go through that whole area, all over Alabama, all across all the bottom states down there, from Georgia all the way over. Where the hell did I go? Can't remember exactly where all we went, but we went across all the states, clear over to the west side of Louisiana, over in that neck of the woods, over here close to the Texas border, basically. I mean, I know we're up north, but we're all over them.
Is Benny close to us?
No. Well, what do you call close? I mean, me, as an old truck driver, close could be, 1,000 miles in my book, but...
Well, that woman that we got Alfred from, she says, oh, you're our next-door neighbours. And she was like 30 miles away.
Alfred?
Yeah.
It was in Denison.
I know.
It's 15 miles.
15 miles.
See?
Yeah, but she still said, you're our next-door neighbour.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, my God. Jeez.
I was like, no offence, love, but our next-door neighbours are cows.
I wish I could remember what the hell that road was, man. It was just a little 2-lane.
Benny says, did you pass the Space and Rocket Center?
Oh, yeah, lots of times. Sure. I've been all over that place. I wish this damn thing would hold still a minute so I could look at it.
That's what you say to me when you're trying to get it in the hole.
Yeah, could you lay still so I can at least look at it? Oh, jeez. I can't find it now. Of course, the map's jumping
always
all
have
over
that
the damn
problem.
place. Anyways, it was a 2-lane, I don't know, something like 190 or some kind of road like that. I don't remember exactly, but we went all the way from Atlanta back and forth over into that area. We hauled mattresses, old used mattresses over there, and brought back new ones over to Atlanta, over in that neck of the woods. Did that for about 2 or 3 weeks. And this fellow that lived over there in Mississippi somewhere showed me these back roads. Well, they had a damn scale house on this back road. And I'll never forget this. He said, "You just follow me in here. Don't say anything, but just pull in there behind me." And I pulled in behind him and stayed in the truck and sat there. And he comes out. He says, "Okay, let's go." Like, all right. What'd you do? We didn't ever cross the scale either. And when we left, we didn't drive across the scale. We, hung a hard Louis there and got back out onto the blacktop and took off. I go, "What the hell?" We stopped. I said, "What the hell did you do?" And he says, "Gave the guy a fifth of whiskey." That's all it took to go around the scale. And after that, we pulled in there and did the same thing every time and hauled as much as we want and went where we want. And Christ, it was like, what the hell's his name? Eastbound and Down. Jerry Reed and that other guy, Bandit. Well, I'm having a hell of a time with that shit. Ain't been that long. Yeah, I love it down there. Alabama's a beautiful place too, man. All over the place. Even when you get down along the coast, that's really gorgeous. And up the north end, all over the place. I trucked all over the country. I love the South. That's how I ended up in Texas, was trucking down this way. Got one more to make. My pretzels dipped in white chocolate. There she is with her man again.
Is that another dick lick?
Come here, baby, and stand over the stove a minute. I'm going to dip it in white chocolate.
There they are, look. Look, this is what I was talking about, the cookie mix. Okay, I told you the picture was on my Facebook. I'm going to hit the share button in a few seconds when the picture loads. Thank you, Internet Company. You are the bestest ever. And it still hasn't loaded. Oh my gosh. I think it was called Maple Bacon. Yeah, there you go, look. Limited edition Maple Bacon Cookie Mix.
That's disgusting.
I'm going to share it right now.
That's disgusting.
And the packet is sitting in the box of peanut butter cookie mix, but I don't think it's a peanut butter cookie mix. There you go. Ha, ha, ha. Right, where are we? Back up to my Spreaker chat. Stacey the Fart Facey said that she made some Christmas candy the past 2 days, and she made her Oreo candy and some chocolate covered peanut butter balls. There's only one problem with that scenario, Stacey the Fart Facey, is that it's not in our house. Don't you agree, husband?
Oh, right. I was just reading her other line. Dip it, stick it, and lick it.
You know what? I just like, as soon as I said, there's only one problem with that, it made me think of you the other day in the truck.
What?
When I was talking about filling the lying down on the driveway to fill that big dip in the driveway, and you said, "Yeah, there's only one problem with that, Mrs. Bradley. It's got a big old crack in it."
Personal thing, but oh my God, funny as hell.
Yeah. I guess you had to be there, but we just could not stop laughing for about 20 minutes. Me and my big old crack.
Anyways, I got a song for you, Stacey.
What's all this yeehaw business on a Saturday night? It should be about scones and crumpets and clotted cream, but instead, you're making me scream.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. When I says whoa, I mean whoa.
Look at that bull.
How the hell get so much goddamn shit going at once?
Right, let's try this again, shall we, Yankee Pants?
Do it.
3, 2, 1, hit it!
Silent Breeders, people!
Another day closer to being dead.
More music! Flashing back. Music, pow, pow, power! More hit music!
Summer music.
Pow, pow, power! WOCS!
You know, I just wanted to point out, in case some of you ever wonder, why the hell does he play those jingles? I love radio jingles. There are so many cool ones, and of course that one was from Derby, where Donna is from.
My home city.
I know, but I just love jingles. Some of them give me chills, some of them just have that smooth flow. The voices are so friggin' awesome in a lot of them. I mean, it takes a special set of singers to get together to do that. There's just so many of them, and that's
why
I play all these oddball ones.
That's why we did that Yanki and the Brit.
I know it stinks, but it's cool. I mean, it's our own thing is the basics behind that. But like I do one from Ashtabula, where I grew up from, and just a number of different ones from whatever. I tried to get WLS out of Chicago because that was another one we grew up with. CKLW being the number one jingles in my book anyways. Dan knows about that. I think Brenda remembers that. And a lot of people from Northeast Ohio or, anywhere along the coast of Lake Erie and Michigan, everybody up around there knows it. And no telling, and I know all the Canadians do on the north side of Lake Erie and everybody up into Wisconsin and God knows where, all up around the Great Lakes, they've all heard of CKLW. And now, of course, they're on Facebook, so the whole world is starting to hear. And the one on Facebook plays a lot of clips from the old shows and stuff. There is no, as we know it, CKLW, but it's still around, if you will. But anyways, it's very cool, Jeff. I love jingles, so that's why you keep hearing all these weird ones.
And a quick congratulations to my husband, who's been off cigarettes for a whole month.
I haven't had me a fag in a couple of weeks then.
You guys know how much stress we've been under for the past few months, and he cut way down a couple of months ago, and then he went down to none, so he's been without a cigarette for a whole month now, so it's really, really cool.
I hope, we're getting, obviously, crawling up out of the hole we had dug, or life dug us, or whoever's fault it was. I mean, it's usually our fault.
Yeah, I feel like we are. It's just bit by bit, isn't it?
What a slow process, though.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but we got so deep at one point that that it took a bit of crawling to get out.
And some help. So, thank you to anybody that gave us a little hand. Believe me, it is not unappreciated.
Yes, you guys are amazing.
But anyhow, that, we're clawing our way out of there. So I quit smoking. I'm still alive. Haven't had a stroke yet or anything. So now I got to get enough money saved up here to go to the doctor.
So you probably saved yourself about $25 a week or something, didn't you? Maybe
it's more
than
that.
A bit less. Well, more.
Well, not a week. It's basically $6. Let's see, how many did I smoke a day or a week? Every couple days or so, I bought a pack. So
so it's probably about
$20 a week, I guess, probably. But a month, that still could be up to $200 or so, depending on the mood I was in and where I was and what I was doing. Smoking is very expensive. So, by quitting that alone, that's put extra money in our hands, and it's disciplining yourself. That's the hard part, Which, like I'd said on a post there just a little while ago before the show, was, I got sick one day, and I felt like crap, and I lit up a cigarette, and I gagged on the smell of it. It was just horrendous because of the cold I had. And the next day was the same thing, and then the third day, I just couldn't take the smell and the taste. Oh my God, the taste in my mouth was already starting to come out because I hadn't had one for a couple of days, and I just was like, nope, not even going to hit it. And I just haven't had one since. And getting away from the computer more. Thank God we've had a warm winter. I can go outside and do some things, not for very long, but it got me up out of this chair because when I'm sitting here, I need something to do, And now I'm eating, of course. Like I have my big mug of coffee here that I constantly drink, and always munching something, and it's, probably from one bad habit to another, but I'd rather eat food and get fat than not be able to breathe or walk or anything else. My legs are stopping, they're not hurting as bad anymore or achy as much, still a little bit, but I think that's just, I think that's the circulation, in my legs and things. So, I'm not crawling or using crutches or anything, but it's just, they ache. But a lot has changed. I feel so much better not smoking. So, if you smoke and, the only thing you can do is convince yourself to quit, because otherwise nobody's going to help you. You only do it if you want to do it. And I didn't want to. I enjoyed smoking, but, for those couple days that I was just terrible, and didn't feel good, and they stunk and they tasted like shit, I kind of capitalized on that idea. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to tell myself the same damn thing tomorrow. And I did, and I kept after it, and poof. So we'll see how long it lasts this time. Yeah, I went a couple years. I don't know how many years back it was. 10 years maybe or so. I quit for a couple years, but then I picked it up again. And I may do it again, who knows. But for now, I'm so glad not to be doing it.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, what a difference. All right, they are playing the Top 100 in 1968 starting at noon on Wednesday. They are who? Who
she
are
probably
they?
means a CKLW.
Oh, that's Brenda. I thought that was Stacy Joe. Well, it ain't easy, Stacy, but I'm getting there. The Top 100 of 68. It was 10 years old, and man was buzzing around the moon. Pretty wild, huh? I remember my grandma Bradley. We were talking about her one day. Probably after she passed away, but we were talking about her. Like, think of all the things Grandma's seen, She was born in horse and buggy days and saw the car come to life, and everybody owning cars.
But that's what I was saying about your mum and dad. They must be pretty disgusted at the way the world is right now.
Grandma saw the beginning of
from when they were
electric
little.
and telephones and, oh my God, all the stuff that we take for granted. And, now look at us. Stop and think about it. I think it must happen to every generation, like the generation when cell phones were invented. Just think, they'd never seen a cell phone before. Now everybody has one. It's just weird. It's just kind of it's an endless circle, I guess. Pretty wild, though. As long as no fucktard fool pisses me off, I'm good. Well, glad I read that.
She is smoking a fag.
Yeah, $6.74. Holy shit, they were only.
Well, now you know, Stacey Fartface, you can get them cheaper at Lidl. We've got them on sale.
And speaking of price of cigarettes too, when I lived in upstate New York in the '90s, mid-'90s, cigarettes were $3 and $4 or something, and I told myself when they got to $5, I was quitting. Well, I'd moved from New York back to Ohio and blah blah blah, and maybe even to here. I'm not sure when it happened, but then they started being $5 regular, and I kept right on smoking. Didn't make any difference what the price was, So you really got to discipline yourself, or you're never going to get away from them.
We're all fighting our demons.
Benny said my grandmother remembered the first car in Huntsville. Isn't that crazy? Pretty wild, huh? Dan, all the 60s and 70s were good years as far as I'm concerned. I haven't seen anything to match them. Nothing. Nothing can match those years as far as I'm concerned, And maybe that was our generation, but I don't see anything today that even comes close.
Oh, I know, and it's only going to get worse now. Nobody ever listens to me when I bitch about it, but, I think I have a bloody good point. That pretty much every job that you can think of now, probably, well, I know for a fact, even ours, there's computers that do it, or robots that do that job. There's, you think of all those people that are being put out of work, that work in, like, the sales industry, like supermarkets, takeaways, everybody's job is being replaced. Taxi drivers, they're being replaced by driverless cars. Truck drivers, they want to do it with trains as well. Soon everybody's job, even brain surgery.
A lot of robots doing that.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's also other jobs. You think of, like, film stars. They are now few and far between because voices are being made via a computer and the characters are being made via CGI. Even those jobs, they're going to be few and far between one day. There's going to be nothing out there for anybody. And, there's always parents, they're not bringing up the children right, and the parents are always speaking so foul. Parents, there's no elegance about people.
People
and I'm
want
talking
to fight and kill each other and call each other names and run the world and
just a few months ago, Randy didn't do anything wrong here. This woman just pulled right out in front of Randy. But short story, cut the story short. This woman came right up to the truck window and tried to punch Randy in the face. Now that's what the people are like today, and the people are speaking to their children like so foul. You listen to the news. I was listening to the news just a few weeks ago, and I try not to listen to the news because it's a load of bullshit to me. But the thing is there was people swearing on the news channel. The newsreaders were swearing. It's like there's nobody to teach the young. The grandparents are now all just as foul-mouthed. The children are swearing. The parents are swearing. There's always the poor use of the English language now because people are constantly using text shortcuts. To me, I just feel like everything is just going downhill fast.
I'll be tickled to death when I'm gone. I don't want to. I don't want to die soon. I don't want to die tomorrow or in a few months or a couple of years. But when my time comes, I will be glad, I think, to leave because I'm just fed up with people. You talk about a bunch of moronic nimrods. Oh my God.
You just think
can't take it anymore.
You just think as well that all these jobs that are going that are now being taken over by computers or robots, whichever you want to call it, that's going to see good people, good, honest, working people out of jobs, and these people, these good honest people, some of them have 3 or 4 children to support, and once upon a time when they had the kids, they probably felt like they could support the kids, but probably now they can't, and they're probably going to have to do some pretty bad things just to support the family now, because there's just going to be nothing out there for anybody.
All the young guys want to get their dick wet, but they don't want to pay the price that goes with it, so I don't feel bad for them. You want to have kids and raise kids in this world, go on. Cool. You better accept the responsibility that goes with it. I mean, there's always been a responsibility, don't get me wrong, but in today's world, I wouldn't bring up a kid now.
No.
I'd probably shoot myself before I'd let that happen.
But yeah, it just seems like everything is just going downhill, from jobs to the way people are, to how people bring up the children, to the way people eat, to the way people drive, to absolutely everything. And they're just a few things. You guys could probably sit there and think of another 100 things off the top of your head. You know, to me, it just feels like everything is going downhill. Betty Pitzinger.
Oh, how could you not love that man?
I know, but that's the thing, you know. Benny is a wonderful, wonderful man. He's still a decent man. He's funny and he's decent, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of that in any of the generations now. You know, people just want to be awful to each other.
Well, they already are, you know, and the one, like I've bitched about how many times, the one who cries the loudest seems to be the one that gets the, you know.
Seems like since the internet.
The squeaky oil gets the wheel. I mean, look at this stupid shit, you know. Ban that. Take this statue down. I don't like that. I don't like this. 9 million people do, but the one that cries the loudest is the one that gets what they want, you know. And I know I don't mean, you know, specifically one person, but a very small portion, you know, just for the sake of putting numbers to it. Let's say, you know, there's 1 billion people in the United States and 9,000 of them want a statue taken down. The 9,000 will win because they'll cry louder than the billion. And they'll get what they want. Because the billion want to just sit back and say, well, somebody else will take care of it, you know. And when everybody sits back and somebody says, let them take care of it, there's nobody to take care of things because they're all sitting back waiting for somebody else to do it. So, you know, the one who cries loudest, the squeaky wheel that makes the most noise, gets the oil. And it's bullshit. And, you know, majority rules, that went down the fucking drain years ago. It ain't coming back either. There's no majority anymore. Look at, I'm not even getting into the president. You know, my opinion is, and I've never told anybody, and if I've mentioned it a couple times, basically I just keep quiet about it, but he's an asshole. You know, I know his type. I worked for his type. He should go back to being a contractor, build buildings, and shut up. You know, and now everything that he's done is all catching up with him little by little. But that's a whole nother story. But the point is, you know, he's one guy, and he's an idiot. You know, but there's 9 million more like him, and it's only going to take those 9 million to cry over the billion, and they're going to get what they want. You know, just like he's doing. He keeps whining like a little baby, and he gets what he wants because he's making enough noise. People don't want to stand up to it. They don't want to hear it, so nobody does nothing.
You know what?
Hello, Bob.
You know, I used to think people suing people over stupid stuff, over people being just pure stupid. You know, that always used to be a thing that you hear of in America, but now it seems to be like everybody in the UK is now starting to get offended, just like over here. You know, it's something that you never really used to hear much of, is people getting offended over there at just the stupidest things.
I know, you guys are so sarcastic with each other and the sense of humor.
You know, all I see online is this is being banned in the UK and that's being banned in the UK because people are getting offended. And I'm just like thinking, why the hell are they... Why?
Why the hell would you want to be like...
It's just getting crazy and I can't stand it.
Why would you want to be like an American?
But when I was talking earlier about, you know, there's no elegance about people anymore. And that's me included in this. I'm not saying that I am any better because I'm not. You know, women, you don't see any elegance in women anymore. They
dress as sloppy as a man.
Yeah, they do. And they act just as sloppy too.
I'm sure Benny and Bob and those guys remember. Dan probably even remembers. I'm sure Brenda does. All the people my age or so remember when, you know, people in the service industries wore suits, outfits, not shorts and their friggin' long, greasy hair flopping around. And
I had a shock.
Flip-flops and...
I had a shock when I come to Texas because when I went to the doctor's the first time, the doctor was wearing a pair of jeans and I then maybe it's just a Texas thing. And the nurse was wearing a pair of jeans and just a little you know, a little t-shirt. And I thought to myself, wow, because you know in the UK the doctors and the nurses and the assistants, you know, they have like a little like a jacket that they wear, type shirt, you know, a button-up shirt, and trousers and shoes, you know. But it's over here, it's just anyhow goes.
There used to be truck drivers, train engineers, anybody in the service industry dressed in a suit or a nice hat. Even truck drivers, you know, they didn't dress like they do today. They had respect. Everybody had respect for everybody else, you know. The businessmen wore suits and ties and a hat. Nobody went to work in friggin' jeans and their shirts hanging out. And there's no wonder nobody has any respect for themselves anymore, because they've all turned into a bunch of lazy pigs. You know, and it's because everybody lets it happen. Nobody wants to stand up for what's right or wrong.
When I say about...
What is wrong with you tonight?
What?
What is with that friggin' jaw of yours running? I can't even finish a goddamn sentence, and your friggin' mouth is running. You've never talked so much in a fucking week.
I like to talk over you.
Well, God damn, I'll shut up then. But Jesus Christ, I can't even finish a friggin' sentence.
I don't know whether there's just a delay, because you're not talking
Well, whatever's wrong, can I take the batteries out, or can I unwind your spring, or whatever
I wait for you to finish, but...
You're driving me friggin' nuts, man. I want to say something, and I know you're going to start talking again. Oh, please, carry on.
I know I keep having to look over at you just to see if you're talking. I know that there's a little bit of a delay.
You ain't looking at anything. I've been talking for 20 minutes and haven't heard a word I've said out of my own headphones.
Well, that's
because
why
you're
I'm having to talk
me.
over you, because you're talking for 20 minutes
Jesus
constant.
Christ almighty.
But yeah, when I say about
Look at her. But yeah, let me continue.
When I mentioned about there being no elegance in... Hey, turn my mic back on. When I say about there being no elegance in people, you know, how men behave and how
somebody
women
get me out of here!
Behave. You know, I was dragged up, you know, so I can't say anything, you know.
Dragged up.
Yeah, I was all right. I was thrown up.
You were so friggin' cute sometimes.
I was thrown up.
That makes more sense.
You know, I was only talking on the show the other week about how my mum and the woman across the road were brawling across the road at each other. You know, but there was quite a few people that I used to be able to kind of look up to and think that they were, you know, that they behaved how a woman or a man should behave. My granddad being one of them, but I don't see that anymore. You know, I just see people being so rough and always wanting to fight and brawl, and I don't know. I just don't like the world right now. But I do see that there are some gentlemen about, like Bob Kennedy. He is a proper gentleman. And I'm only saying that because you're in the chat room. I mean, no, I'm not. Not really. I wouldn't be like that. But yeah, Bob is a proper gentleman, isn't he? Say yes.
Yeah, sure. I shut my microphone off because I'm done talking. I'm not even going to try anymore.
I tell you, there's just that a little bit of delay that makes us talk over each other.
You're delayed.
Oh
my God.
So what music you got loaded up for?
Nothing. I can't think straight with all the noise going on. It's like going into grandma's today. Oh, we went to what is that place? Cracker Barrel. I always call it grandma's.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel.
We went into Cracker Barrel, and it was so friggin' loud and noisy in there. And the music, whatever music was on, it sounded like a live band. It was that loud. So we left. Just didn't want to sit and... You can't talk to each other like that. You know, that was earlier today when I could talk. I had a chance to say things and not be interrupted, but... I don't know what the hell happened to her.
Chatters of the chat room, am I actually talking over him, or is it actually leveling itself
You're not
out?
letting me finish, that's for sure.
Once the voices get to the other side of the radio.
I got an idea.
What? You're going to put on a good tune?
Let's try this.
Hi, folks. This is Benny Pittsinger, and you're listening to the Yanky and Brit Show, the home of independent music. Hello, folks. This is Benny Pittsinger, and you're Granny, stop playing your drums. I'm on the radio. Thank you. You're listening to the Yanky and Brit Show on RTM Radio, catch 'em on Spreaker.com. Okay, Granny, you can play your drums now.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. And remember, boys and girls, 'tis the season to be jolly and a tad bit naughty. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas from the Yankee and the Brit. Sounds like everybody's already got a good start on that.
Got a who?
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a picking and she's a grinning. Right here with the Yankee and the Brit. Oh, a little bit of that old country guitar. Here's some good licks for you. For all you that know what's going on out there in that world of music. I bet you Benny can pick them like that.
Oh, yeah. He's the man.
Bend them strings, son. Sound friggin' horrible. Stop ruining some good licks.
Did you load my song up then? Instead of making all this noise.
Sometimes you just gotta jam.
Come on, Benny, bend them.
Here's Brian James. Smoke, gamble, and drink. With the Yankee and the Brit on a country Saturday night. It's like Dan's talking about Benny's songs over there. They're badass. They are badass. They fit damn near everybody's lifestyle, everybody's feelings about that. It's just, could go on forever. I sound like my wife now. Talking too much or making too much noise, one or the other.
Benny says, I know a real good sign maker, Randy.
Yeah, I don't know any, you know. I've met a couple sign makers along the way, and I don't know any of them that are any good.
Wait till you see
They're all a
that.
bunch of lazy drunks.
That photo we posted today, it doesn't do the picture justice.
No,
not
not
one
at
bit.
all. Donna's going to try to get a nice one outside when we take it out.
Yeah.
We're thinking about going to work tomorrow, but I don't know, man. I'm all in this.
I think we should.
I'm all into this don't work during Christmas, and I'm just not psyched up to do it yet. But it needs to get done. We need that moolah. But, you know, where do you draw the line between working or, you know, having a holiday like everybody else does? Because we don't take holidays off. We're always doing things. Christmas and 4th of July or Labor Day, one of those couple are like the only ones I really like to do because those are usually the weather's the best, you know. Down here, Christmas is pretty nice. Like this year, it's going to be 60. It might rain, but it's going to be nice and warm and comfortable, you know. And I'm okay without snow for Christmas anymore. The older I get, the happier I am not to have it. But when I was a kid, you know, my God, you couldn't wait to have the Christmas lights on and the snow blowing and covering the trees and all that very cool stuff. And also, I just wanted to agree with Dan. You know, to a certain point, he says, you don't have too much trouble growing a lump in my throat. I love your stuff. We do. Seriously. Very good stuff. And just, you can't go wrong listening to Benny's music. And there's so many other great people on here. We have so many great artists. It's awesome. You know, and we're back to where we were. I'm done begging and crying, and you know, we're where we are. We're going to just do what we do, and if people want to show up, that's great. Love it. Now, there was something else I wanted to add, and hell if I can remember what it was. So, let's just go back over
I know,
here.
sometimes you put my mic on.
Nobody wants to hear that yap.
Sometimes you concentrate too much on the people that don't show up to the show rather than the people that do show up to the show. And these guys are awesome. So that's all I have to say on the matter.
No, I want more.
But yeah, Randy does.
I want to be famous, damn it.
Randy does some fantastic sign work.
I want to be famous without the headaches and the bullshit. How's that sound? Does that sound more like, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just talking out my ass.
Same places it normally comes.
Oh.
He's always full of hot air, whether it comes out the top end or the bottom end.
Oi.
It's true, isn't it?
Something tells me it's time for you to go.
He will make us go to it tomorrow just for punishment.
And I'll leave you there.
It's a 4x. It's going to be an 8x8.
It's a 4x8. Yes, the whole sign will be 8 foot by 8 foot,
Yeah.
which isn't really big. But when you're putting all that shit together by yourself, that friggin' thing's a monster.
That picture there on the table is 4x8, but there's a bottom half to it. So yeah, it's going to be tricky to put together. But
no, it's not. It's just it's so odd handling it by yourself. When
yeah,
it's
that's
that
what
big,
I mean,
you know?
tricking it.
And that's why we use the lightweight panels and stuff. But man, sometimes the wind will just destroy that shit. So I have to be real careful when I build it and put it together. And I'm an overbuilder anyways. I mean, if it needs one screw, I'll put 6 in it. So, like I build houses and then my buildings and all that stuff. My dad was the same way when he built our house. Everything got an extra nail or two in it. Because you don't know, and you want it to be safe, and you want it to last a long time.
But anyway, you've not got to do it yourself. I mean, I'll be there for the sign.
Oh yeah, that's
I'll be
great.
there for the sign to fall on.
If the wind doesn't blow it down on top of your head, and you don't fall in a mud hole,
I'll be there to fall
or
out the
face
truck.
down in a cow patty, we'll be all right. I'm sure we can accomplish great things together.
I am more of a hindrance than a
help! I fell down and I can't get up.
Will you shut
Here we
up?
go with that again.
Do I have to mention the shopping trolley thing from last night? Because I know there's
But that
people
was-
listening tonight
listen,
that didn't hear
who got
last
hurt
night.
with that? Nobody. I may have been embarrassed and made a fool of myself, but nobody got hurt.
Well, let me just tell everybody, just to embarrass you even more. We goes in Aldi, and we comes out of Aldi, and we had everything we needed in bags because we didn't have a lot of stuff. And I'm walking across the car park with 2 carrier bags, and Randy's pushing an empty shopping trolley to the truck, and I'm thinking, why isn't he plugging it?
You told
back
that
into the rest
story
of-
yesterday.
I know, but Benny and Dan didn't hear, and I want to embarrass you further. So anyway, so yeah, Randy's pushing the trolley over to the truck, and I'm thinking, why is he not putting it with
She's
the rest
such a
of the
knob.
trucks? Why is he not putting the trolley away? So anyway, he's there in his toolbox, digging in his toolbox, trying to find a tool to pull out the quarter
I
from
got
the
your
shopping
friggin' tool.
trolley, and then he gets a pair of pliers out of his truck, and he pulls this quarter out, and he's very, very pleased with himself because he managed to get the quarter out of the trolley. And I said, you do know that if you go and put your trolley back over there, you get your quarter back? And he's like, no, I did not know. So it's but anyway,
Well, my damn needle-nosed pliers got the son
we
of
had
a
a
bitch
good
out, so I
giggle
got my
about
quarter
it.
back regardless, and I don't care how I got it. You're not keeping my quarter.
we got a good giggle out of that. So it is always an adventure with the Yankee and the Brit.
Amen. Oh, you ain't kidding.
It's never ever a dull moment. Not as long as I'm around, anyway.
Boy, that's a fact, Jack. Ain't no doubt. Jeez. All right, where are we over here? Now I lost track of what time it is, how much time is left, where we're going, what we're doing. Oh, yeah. We're going to play some more music.
Randy says last night that I was laughing my head off in bed. What was I laughing about?
I don't know, but it was a serious, wholehearted belly laugh thing going on over there. And you hadn't laid down for more than... I bet it couldn't have been more than 2 or 3 minutes that you'd been in bed. And she goes to sleep just like that, instantaneously. She is out. And she was laughing so friggin' hard. And it's the same laugh she did when we were joking with each other on the way home the other day about her laying down and filling the hole in the driveway. And I said the only thing wrong with that is there'd be a big old crack in it. And we both laughed all the way. There's about a quarter mile long or a little bit longer bridge. You go over Lake Louisville. We laughed all the way over that friggin' bridge and clear into the next 3 towns. And just couldn't stop laughing because of it. I don't know. It was just one of those things between us, but oh my God, it was so funny.
Oh, it was a much-needed giggle as well because we was having such a terrible day.
I know. And she just laughed all and then she did that in her sleep, and You did wake up and tell me you were laughing, like, because you were still laughing about the joke about the big old crack in the driveway.
Oh my gosh.
You were
laughing in my sleep about the driveway.
I can't believe you laughed that hard, though. I just, right out of the blue like that, you started laughing. I literally woke up laughing, too. And I thought, she's probably dreaming about that damn friggin' remark over the bridge. And sure enough, I was laughing about the thing when we were going over the bridge with a big crack in my ass.
Tell you what, guys, if you guys want a serious hump, then come to the Yankee and the Brit Show studios. You do not cross our marital doorway, whatever the threshold, without getting humped by our driveway.
You're a knobhead. Jeez.
And it's got a big old crack in it.
Donna.
What?
Say play this.
Play this.
What's all this yeehaw business on a Saturday night? It should be about scones and crumpets and clotted cream, but instead, you're making me scream.
It's me and the old man in his home.
Hubba.
See, she won't quit talking.
The old man told his story about the years gone by, how he played his horn down in New Orleans, and some old dingy died. I knew them all back then, he said, as he reached out for his horn. He closed his eyes and wet his lips, and then the blues were born. He played with so much feeling, tears came from his eyes. He stopped and reminisced a bit, and then he gave a sigh. He said, I almost made it, but that was before your time. Dixieland, Ho Folks Blues, Scatman Jack and wine. Slapped his knee and gave a grin. It sure was good back then. Reaching for his home on the floor. Placed it in an old tote sack that hung across his back. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door. Enthused by what it told me, I never got his name. So I called the waitress over and started to explain. A tired old man, his tarnished horn, memories of years gone by. How he played his horn, reminisced, smiled with tears in his eyes. She said, you are mistaken, there's been no one but you. But I know who you're talking about, I used to know him too. We'll find him down on Mason Street, in the back of an old churchyard, a stone that reads, rest in peace. I tried, but it sure was hard. Slapped his knee and gave a grin. It sure was good back then. Reaching for his home on the floor. Placed it in an old tote sack that hung across his back. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door.
It's more than music. More than music. It's a state of mind.
Pop, pop, pop music. Pop, pop, pop music.
And there's nobody that throws down country better than this.
On the RTM Radio Network.
Ooh, it's me. Listen, it's me again. Me. It's all about me.
Last night I dreamed you were back again. Larger than life again, holding me tight again. Facing those same kisses on my brow. Sweeter than ever now, Lord, I remember how. Couldn't get enough kisses. Do you know how much you're missing? No, you don't, but I do. Days like a slow train trickle by. Even the words that I write refuse to fly. All I can hear is your song haunting me. Can't get the melody out of my head, you see. Distractions are amusing. Do you know how much you're losing? No, you don't, but I do. But I do. But I wonder if I'll pass upon a rescue. There's no word from you at all, the best that you can do. Never man push or shove you. Do you know how much I love you? No, you don't, but I do. I swore I'd never fall like this again. Fools like me never win. Came to my knees again. Can't close the door on likelihood. Things might be just as good. Always believed they would. Gotta let your love invite me. Baby, do you think it might be? No, you don't, but I do. But I do. But I wonder if I'll pass upon a rescue. There's no word from you at all, the best that you can do. Never man push or shove you. Do you know how much I love you? No, you don't, but I do. But I do. But I wonder if I'll pass upon a rescue. There's no word from you at all, the best that you can do. Never man push or shove you. Do you know how much I love you? No, you don't, but I do. Oh, no, you don't, but I do. Oh, no, you don't, but I do.
We're live in 3, 2, 1. Hit it!
Yankee and the Brit, that's it for a country Saturday night. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. It's just like, so friggin' cool. Very nice to have you guys hanging out with us. We love the music. You guys are funny. You give us a good laugh. That in itself is pretty cool. So thank you very much. Very nice stuff, Maynard. Oh, bloody hell, then. We can cut this back just a wee bit more. That it is, then. Well, Merry Christmas, all you
Dan
great
kindly
people.
said, seeing as I'm interrupting you, I did it knowingly then.
Dan thanks me for the rants. You
Yes.
guys are always, there's so many people always like, love the rants. Thanks for the rants. Okay, but I'm probably going to get into more of them because, you know, like I said, we're pretty much just going to start doing whatever the hell we want. And, you know, people like it, great. So we know you can't please everybody, but anyways, what are you saying? Ha ha! I got to talk over you. I got to talk over you. You're welcome, Dan,
head.
by the way.
Anal head. Yeah, Benny says that he may have to put the lyrics.
I saw that. I can read. I'm 60 friggin' years old. I can do all that.
Yeah?
I don't need a babysitter.
Well, you read Dan's comment wrong.
How could I finish it when you're talking over me? The next show will be without Donna, by the way. She's going to be out in the driveway filling that hole crack up.
I might just crack up. Oh, I really do need to get laid tonight. It might kill some of this energy.
Yankee and the Brit's the place to be. Radio living is the life for me. Airwaves spreading out so far and wide. Keep your FM, just give me that internet side.
Online is where I'd rather stay. I've got a lot of music to play. I just adore a Yankee view. Darling, I love you, but give me a show to do.
The Chat.
The Brats.
On air.
That's fair.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, British life.
The Yankee and the Brit on air.